Hello and welcome to Hollow Acres Homestead. My name is Stephanie and we are over at our tomato plants. It is the end of July. By the time you see this, it'll probably be the 1st of August or the first week of August. But we are towards the end of the season. We are in zone 7B, almost zone 8. So really we have until October. Mid-October is our first frost date. So we still have quite a bit of time for the tomatoes and all of the garden to keep growing. It is time now that it really needs to be trimmed. You can see one of these plants here is up and over my arch. It has been so hot that all of the cucumbers have died off. I've planted more and I am waiting for them to come through, and then I will arch them back through the trellises as it gets further in the fall season or fall garden. So let me show you how to trim up these tomato plants. These varieties of tomatoes in this bed are indeterminate tomatoes. Indeterminate tomatoes grow very, very tall and continuously. In order for them to keep growing, what they do is they put off side shoots or suckers, and I'll show you what that is. So you see we have these leaves here at the bottom. They're very sickly looking, starting to turn yellow. They have holes in them. Oh, I left my in my hand. So what we are going to do is come through and snip off all of the bad looking leaves. Those you do not want. Your tomato plant cannot be healthy if you do not take care of it and make sure to trim off all of these dead, sickly looking leaves and branches. Okay, I'll show you here before I cut it. So here we have the stem of the tomato plant. It goes up here, and here we have the leaves. What is growing in the armpit here is the sucker. This sucker will create its own tomato plant, which will produce you more tomatoes, and it'll just keep growing and getting bigger and bigger. I'm cutting off the leaves because they need to allow airflow. I have enough growth that I do not need another tomato plant, so I cut off my suckers. I do let some of them go wild, but I am not letting any more suckers if I can help it. Keep going. I need to open up and let them breathe. Now there is a nice gap in the middle here, but then you get right here and it's just all leaves. To try to keep my tomato plants as free of disease as possible, I like to keep at least the bottom foot to foot and a half clear of all leaves. That allows for the airflow to go through. It doesn't get moist down there. And normally I'll leave the top. Sometimes I will trim through. I need to get some air in there, and today is definitely one of the days where I need to heavily prune the tomatoes. Now they are going to look drastically different. They're going to be relatively bare, but they're not going to die. And I have to do this so that they don't die, because disease will take them. The heat will take them. They're starting to droop and they just need a haircut. So I'm going to go through and give this whole bed a haircut, and then I'll be back and show you what I've done. Okay, so I got everything trimmed up, and I will show you what it all looks like now. Now, like I said, there would be a dramatic difference. In the camera, you can't really see it, but in person, I can see all the way through it. I can see every single rope that I have this thing jerry-rigged with. Next season, I will invest in T-post and cattle panels, and I will try that. This doesn't exactly work for me. It works for the plants, but aesthetically, it's not pleasing. Jerry-rigged tomato support. Well, that's all I have for you today. Thank you for stopping by the homestead. See you next time.